to witness and be a part of a discourse on financial education for investors. We all know that SEBI, that is Securities Exchange Board of India, is the institutional authority that regulates the stock markets in our country. A statutory body, SEBI, was established by an Act of Parliament primarily to protect the interests of the investors, to promote the development and for regulation of the stock markets in our country. It is our pleasure to have among us the Assistant General Managers of SEBI, Ms. Sarika Kataria and Ms. Nanu Kaur, to enlighten us on this subject. Now, I'd request Ms. Anshu to felicitate our guests. Thank you, ma'am. Now, without any delay, I'd request Ms. Nanu Kaur to come to the podium and address the gathering. Welcome, ma'am.
Switch off more lights. Hello friends, as I have already been introduced, I am dealing in SEBI's Northern Regional Office as an Assistant General Manager, dealing with basically primary market related complaints. Yeah, I can't hold it. It's not audible? Okay. So I think you basically are from the background of commerce only. So you must be getting some pocket money as in this source of earning. How do you invest that excess money? I can't hold it. It's okay. I would like to ask you various sources of investment if you can tell me. So I can understand what is your this understanding till today. How much pocket money do you receive approximately? No pocket money? And any expenses? So you don't have any source of income right now? Okay, then you are just it's very important to learn how money can be earned. So I'll start my presentation. My scope of presentation will be the legal framework of SEBI, SEBI's mandate, general myths about SEBI, financial planning, why financial planning is required and how can you plan your finances, parameters of investment choices, mantra for success, that is financial planning, and the other important concepts. Legal framework of SEBI. Here I will tell you what SEBI actually, how SEBI protect the market. SEBI passes various acts, rules, regulations, and time to time various orders, guidelines and circulars are being passed for regulating the various intermediaries in the capital market. Various acts important in capital market are Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956, SEBI Act 1992, Depositories Act 1996, Securities Contract Regulation Amendment Act 2007. Various guidelines passed by SEBI are SEBI DIP guidelines, opening of trading terminals abroad, anti-money laundering measures, delisting of securities, employee stock option or purchase scheme. SEBI has three important objectives: protection of interest of the investors in capital market only, regulation of securities market, and development of securities market. General myths about SEBI I'll explain you. Sensex is the entire market. Who are in favor of this myth? Have you heard about Sensex? What is Sensex? What it represents actually? I am not getting active involvement of the audience. Who are in favor of this myth? Sensex is the entire market. Can raise the hands. If you can't speak, you can raise the hands. Who are from the commerce background or doing management course here? So are you coming from engineering line to management line or commerce line to management? Sensex is the entire market. Generally people think Sensex is the entire market, but it is not actually true. It is only a basket of 30 stocks. Have you heard about Nifty? So Nifty is the index of which exchange? Sensex is the? Then why didn't you tell earlier? So Sensex is for BSE and it's only one index. There are many other mid cap and large cap, small cap. So we should not see the Sensex only. It's moving up. The capital market is good, and you should invest in only these 30 stocks. There are many other stocks which can be invested. SEBI approves public issues and pricing. Can anybody give the opinion? What SEBI do is this: SEBI approves public issues and pricing. Who are in favor of this? Who are in against? What should I assume? SEBI doesn't approve public issues and pricing. SEBI only mandates entry and disclosure norms. We lay emphasis that everything should be laid in the offer document, so that while investing you can get a good knowledge of the company, what company is doing, what is the company's past performance, what its future estimates, so that you can take your own decision whether to invest there or not. So it should not be like this कि SEBI has approved one offer document, so SEBI has said कि this stock is good and you should go after that. It's not that. Now I'll come for financial planning. Financial planning, I'll explain what is planning, what is investment planning, the importance of financial planning, and why planning is a difficult exercise. So you must be knowing about the planning definition, must have gone through in 11th or 12th. Can anybody tell this at least? I think you are forcefully sitting here. Then please tell 2 words for planning. What to? Sorry? And where are you today? Deciding in advance. Yes. Planning is all about answering these following 4 questions. Where are you right now? Where do you want to be and when? How do you get there? Are you on course? Where are you means in relation to financial planning, it means how are your financial resources? What is your current income? What you expect your future income be? And how do you invest your income? Are you doing investments or saving? Can anybody tell the difference between investment and saving here? Why I have used the word your investments, not savings? And in savings? So saving doesn't give you that return which is required as per the inflation rate. Investment.
Students, ma'am is here to tell you a lot, but you are not at all participating. At least ask questions. If the concept is not clear, at least ask questions. Please, I need active participation from you.
Thank you. Investment means which give you enough return to cover the inflation. If you are saving in the bank, it gives you 3%, 4%, 5% return. But inflation rate today is going around how much? 9% or 8%, it varies. So it will not give you, the pen you are purchasing for today in 5 rupees will not be available to you today with 5 rupees even after 1 year. So if you are parking your funds with banks, it will not give you enough return. Where do you want to be? Means define your financial goals right now only. How much money would you be needing and when you would be needing these? That means you need to prepare a financial plan. How financial plan can be prepared? You need to decide what are your sources of income so that you can plan your asset allocation. Selection of options. You may need a professional help. That means there are advisors for mutual funds also, insurance if you are going around. Then also there are advisors to help you out. Initially you can take a help. After that, after learning all the concepts, you can avoid that expenditure, because if you are taking the help of the advisor, you must be paying some commission or something. Financial planning is required. Why? There is always a mismatch of cash flows. That means what you are earning and what you are spending is not equal. Always sometimes expenditure is more than earning, or earning is more than expenditure. You need to fund for your retirement planning. Financial goals. Everybody has any or other financial goals in your life. Risk appetite. How much risk bearing capacity you are having. Inflation. Considering these 5 points, I'll explain you one chart. Like 10 years, after 10 years, if you are 30,000 today, after 10 years for purchasing same thing or for estimating the value of 30,000, you must be requiring 64,000 after 10 years. Suppose you are purchasing AC or something today. So after 30 years, seeing the inflation rate of 8%, it will be 64,000. And after 30 years, that means if I am taking my age, so after retirement for 30,000, I should be saving around 3 lakh for buying the same thing which I can buy for 30,000 today. So the cost of inflation and my changing lifestyle will make my retirement cheaper or costlier? Thank you. Parameters of investment choices. How can you invest? How can you make a choice where to invest, where not to invest? One factor is risk. If you are taking high risk, you can invest in equities. If you don't want to take high risk, you can invest in mutual funds, you can park your savings with banks, or you can invest in debt market. Evaluate securities on following criteria. While investing in the market, you can see the following criteria: how liquid is the security, safety, tax features, whether active involvement is required to manage investment or not. Like in mutual funds, you need not to have your active involvement required. Minimum investment amount. Buying in funds in securities in equity market will be expensive than buying the mutual funds. So if you are having less pocket money, you can start with your 100 or 500 systematic investment plan in mutual funds. Knowledge of different products available in the market. Before entering in the market, you should have a knowledge various type of products available in the market. There are equity products, debt products, mutual funds, derivatives. Right now currency futures are also there. Interest futures are also there. Three important concepts which you must have already learned in your management course. It's time value of money, power of compounding, the rule of 72. The rule of 72 is anybody knowing? Time value of money. How can you define your time value of money? Suppose you are giving 100 rupees as a loan to your friend. What time you expect him to return back? Can you ask him to return after 3 years if he requests you? No, you will want him or her to return you back within 1 month at least if he is your close friend. Otherwise, the next day you will want back. Power of compounding. Compound interest everybody must have learned. So, giving the two examples A and B. If A is starting at the age of 20 years, investing 100, saving 100 rupees, he will accumulate 2,40,000 after 40 years. Similarly, if B starts at the age of 30, for 10 years he will invest 2,000 to accumulate the same as A's amount. It's 2,40,000. But in the next table you will see how different is the return. If A is investing for 20 years, he will get 7,65,000, and if B is investing the same amount, that is 2,40,000, he will get a return of 4 lakh. So there is a difference of 3 lakh. What it explains? Importance of compounding. So you should invest or you should save, start investing or saving right now. Rate of this is the rule of 72. It explains how can you double your money. If rate of interest is 6%, and if anybody says you can double your money in 10 years, will that be correct? No. You will getting 12 years to double that amount. So you can keep this example when you see the various returns available in the market, so that nobody can fool you. Other important concepts I have taken. Other savings and investment related products available in the market are various type of bank accounts where you can park your money, tax saving schemes by government like NSE, bonds or debentures, company fixed deposits, mutual funds, equity shares. Depository system. Anybody has a knowledge of depository system? What is the depository system? What is a depository system? It's basically for what? So like you keep your funds in your bank account, you can keep your securities in your demat account. We call a demat account. In depository system, it's when you get your securities dematted, it's a demat account. So when you purchase a security, you need not keep a physical certificate. Now it's for most of the issues, it's compulsory to open a demat account. So you can park securities like funds are there in bank account. You will not be getting a physical securities now. There are basically main two depositories in the capital market. Can anybody tell? Who are the regulator for these? Who regulates NSDL and CDSL? Appointing nominee for your investments. It's sometimes people forget to appoint nominee. So if nominee is appointed, you can produce basic documents like, your nominee can produce basic documents like death certificate. If nominee is not appointed, additional documents required such as probate of will, certified list of legal heirs, it will be difficult to produce. Nominees are deemed to hold the investment proceeds in a trust if it is disputed. Most investments allow multiple nominees. Form should be filled by all joint holders irrespective of mode of operation of investments. Investor protection, where I this explained investor protection in my presentation earlier. Yeah, it's one of the most important objective of SEBI. How we protect the market. It's an before and after, means we give an education so that before entering the market person should be educated, and after entering, if you are faced with any problem with the company or intermediary, you can file your grievance with SEBI. So what SEBI do? SEBI redresses the grievance, SEBI guides, SEBI gives financial education and financial literacy. Can anybody define between education and literacy? What I am giving you right now? So when you will get literate? After getting the, I am making you financially literate. I am giving you very broad this outside knowledge, not a deep knowledge. So if you are getting a deep knowledge after taking the certification courses from SEBI or reading the material, you will become financial educated. An educated investor is a protected investor, what we believe in. What SEBI does in investor protection? We have two websites, dedicated website for investors, investorfirst.in, investor.sebi.gov.in, where you can learn everything about the capital market. Every registered intermediary is there in our website. You need not go through any intermediary which is not registered with SEBI. We have a program for 7 target groups. Reading material is available on these websites. We have a material for school children, for college students, executives, homemakers, middle income, retired, self-help groups. Role of SEBI in safeguarding investor interest. This is the broadly thing what I have taken, but you need to go through the deep thing if you are going in to invest in equities market. Investor safety measures what SEBI has taken. Unique client code, KYC PAN has been made mandatory in capital market. Client code at the time of order entry is need to be generated. Contract notes, quarterly statements are required to be sent to every investor by the concerned intermediary. Stringent compliance on members in respect of dealing with investors. Trade verification you can see on the exchange website. Direct information to investors on random basis. Now onwards we are proposing to start enforce intermediaries to send SMS on mobile phone as and when order is executed. Proactive steps what you can take before entering. You should see to deal with only SEBI registered brokers or sub-brokers. All funds and securities movement only to and from the broker. You can guide your parents also, because sometimes people give money to some person who invest in their account and passes the losses only to your account. Profit will be kept by him. So you should see कि everything is going to from or to your account, like bank account you see. Make sure that your transactions are executed only in your account. Don't get carried away by promises of high returns. Decide on speculation versus investing. Be clear on the risk that you are capable of taking. Opt for internet option only if you are computer literate. Various rights and obligations you are having in market. You should have a right to get your unique client code allotted. Sometimes when you open a account in the broker, he doesn't give you the client code so that he can trade in his account. Get a copy of KYC and other documents executed. Whenever you sign a document, you ask him to produce a copy of the same. Get trades executed in his or own UCC. Place order on meeting the norms agreed to with the member. Whatever terms and conditions you have signed in your agreement, you should go after that only. Contract note for trades executed. It's mandatory for every trade you should receive a contract note within 24 hours. Details of charges levied. Whatever charges broker is levied, brokerage charges and other charges, sometimes SEBI gives a flexibility to charge one or two expenses other than the mandatory charges. Receive funds and securities on time. That is, there is a what type of settlement in securities market? Can anybody tell? Within how many days or within how many hours you should receive your funds or securities? So what we call a T+2 settlement. Receive statement of accounts from the trading member. Ask for the settlement of accounts. Currently SEBI has made it mandatory to settle the accounts for every quarter. Earlier the trading was going on continue 1 year, 2 year, and after bearing the losses after 2 years investors come to SEBI like he was doing unauthorized trading without his permission. So now every quarter he settles the account. Whatever money is required, investor comes to know after the at the end of third month if any trade has been executed without his